Now that you've seen the intro to the protein exchange kit, let's go through some of the products. Remember, I'm not here to sell products to you, being a trinket salesman. I'm not really feeling good about doing that. We're giving you a supply of very hard, let me tell you. This is what I eat. And people say, how did you, why did you? Why? Is because this is what I eat. And everybody says, what do you eat? And so we started this company here. This is the most important thing that I had a problem finding things all over the place. Ecuador, to the Philippines, to Paraguay, to Klamath Lake. The best of the best of the best places that we find foods that don't exist in the United States. And if they do, again, beware of your protein you're going to put in your body, because this machine needs protein to regenerate. Amino acids are the building blocks of protein. Remember, they, of course, then give you the ability to be able to regenerate this machine. And if you don't have the right proteins, the right fats, and the right minerals in your body, of course, with the right liquids, I always have my blue-green algae and my hibiscus flower water with chia seeds all the time. And in fact, let me have a little sip here. This is what I do most of the day. This has protein in it. Remember, this is a protein drink, but it's liquid and it's sort of cool. It's blue. Wow. Wait until we get to, remember, blue-green algae. Put it in a variety of ways. That's one of the big ones. We're going to start with the blue-greens and all the different greens, because the greens are special. You want to regenerate this machine? What do you think you do? You eat the greens. You drink the greens. And if you can have better than greens, go into the blue, green, indigo, and violet tunes. This is blue-green marinated for 2 days, and it's just a tiny bit of the marinade of the concentrate. And my animals drink it. This is the most nutrient-dense drink, even though it's a liquid. It's prism water, I call it. Now, you can do a variety of different things with these foods, let me tell you. Hundreds of recipes. I don't want to hear that you don't know what to do. Remember, all you have to do is internet lots of things, but combining these things into your diet, remember, is the smart part. And taking things out that you really don't know that are possibly suboptimal, you're going to put in all the greens. Let's go over the greens. Blue-green algae. Blue-green algae is a complete protein, okay? The same with spirulina, the same with chlorella. These are tablets of the blue-green and spirulina put together. I try to get about 150 tablets a day in my body. Remember, this is not food. This is superfood, super fuel. What does it do for me? It makes me feel vital. It gives my body a chance to really regenerate. How does it taste? Well, again, remember, part of you learning this new food system is to learn from others. Go to earthshiftproject.com and learn from the other people. Very simple. Everybody shares recipes. This is my kitchen, my Earth Shift kitchen. And the Earth Shift kitchen, remember, this is just the reality show of what it is. We're trying to share with you basically what I do is what other people do, and it all works really good because this is really simple to be able to upgrade yourself, because, you know, how do you find yourself blue-green algae? How do you find yourself hemp seeds? How do you find yourself chlorella powder? Now, let's go through chlorella powder. Again, full nutrition in this. Now, I put chlorella in my salad dressings. I put it in a lot of things. I really mix a lot at night with the chlorella. The chlorella's more of a detoxifier to me. The spirulina is more nutritional. This is more of a blue-green. This is more of a green. So this has a bigger polysaccharide wall. This has more nutrition in it. This is a combination of the two, 50-50. I pour these on my salads. I put them in things that actually are good and crunchy. I mix these with pumpkin seeds, a little bit of Himalayan salt, and some crunchies, and you've got yourself one heck of a good snack instead of eating something that you know that's not good for you. Now, the greens, remember, super special. Again, hemp seeds. These are seeds that you can eat with salt. You can have lemon on them. I try to eat a cup of these a day if I can. Remember, you're transitioning from one protein to another. All these proteins are excellent proteins. You can use also, I use raw eggs, or called fertile eggs, and I try to use things that basically my body can assimilate. And if you're going from the standard American diet, this is important for you to grasp. Where do you fit into the pyramid? The pyramid's very simple. If you haven't seen this idea before, go to the energy plus vibration equals consciousness. It's a video we have. It's the lifestyle pyramid. Where do you fit? If you're a standard American diet person, which means you just pretty much eat anything that's, you know, good, all the fast foods, anything that tastes good, you can optimize yourself with these foods. Remember, you're not here to change yourself over, but a little bit at a time. You can't jump up to here even if you wanted to, and the reason being, why do you want to change? Because you want to get, what? Stomach muscles? You want to get more muscles? You want to get ego? Do you want to get healthy? Do you want to not just get old? Or you want to have a feeling of joy, bliss, and happiness? These are these types of foods, these types of proteins. So if you're eating certain types of proteins down here, they're all cooked. Anything over 120 degrees pretty much is protein that your body can't digest. Just can't. You're trying to eat foods that are assimilable. And when you get up into these areas up here, so you start getting up into the plants. And the plants, there's certain ones like these green algae, these spirulinas, these different types of greens. Very, very, very high level for regeneration. Let's go to the next section. And the next section is what we call seeds. Seeds, that's right. I put chia seeds, which are in the bottom of my glass here. I've had this whole glass. I drink a couple of these a day. I actually mix about 3/4 of the blue-green and the hibiscus flower water with the chia seeds, about 3/4 to 1/4, and I get super purple water. We showed that to you on another video before. But these are really super good hydration, not just liquid, it's not just water. Remember, there's food in here. What kind of food? All your B vitamins, all your amino acids. Remember, it's complete food in this liquid. You want to get healthy? Drink liquids. Be a liquidarian. Change one of your slow-moving, very dense foods over to a more assimilable, and it's proven, plant-based foods that haven't been cooked and perverted, that are non-GMO, are very easy to assimilate. Very easy. The seeds, chia seeds. I have my little notes here because I don't want to miss anything, and let's go through chia. Chia seeds have at least about 20% protein. There's the black chias and the white chias. Sometimes we have the blacks or the whites, but I would only get the organic. I wouldn't get the others because, let me tell you, once you start traveling around the world, you get a chance to really see. If it's not organic, I wouldn't buy it. Unless it's proven, certificate of analysis, that it's better than organic. Which, of course, when we buy this stuff, I don't believe anybody's organic. I want to see the certificate of analysis because I want to make sure there's not fumigants in there. Things like bugs that crawl in there after a while, just things. Remember, it's quality, packaging, it's all these things. The chia seeds, basically what you're trying to do is I try to get away from all wheat, corn, and soy. That's not easy to do. I try to also get away from as many things with a face consuming, because a lot of things, remember, that eat other things accumulate certain toxins, and your body basically, once it accumulates things from other things that it eats, it goes in your body really easy. So whatever's in the food you're eating, like the flesh, let's say you're eating pork, red meat, fish, farm fish, doesn't matter. Almost every fish they've ever checked, and or everything that's got vaccines, hormones, and antibiotic, chickens, beef, pork, remember, it accumulates in your body. If you don't think so, remember, come on, wake up. The body can process things that are natural. It can't process chemicals. That's the problem. We have some other videos on residue, and this has no residue. Remember, it's organic, it's in certain packaging. The seeds are here to be able to actually give you, remember we have the greens, regeneration. The seeds now is for some special protein. So let's get into the chias again. The chia seed, remember, is like the super seed. It's like one of the most powerful seeds. If you look at it under a microscope, it's really cool because it's got all these little tiny, like little markings on it. And what I do is I have about 4 tablespoons to 6 tablespoons of chia every day. Talk about helping your stomach, talk about getting your intestinal tract back to normal. Remember, your mouth, all this protein is going to help your intestinal tract start to slough off tons of dead protein. John Wayne, remember, had over 40 pounds. Google it, John Wayne, 40 pounds of intestinal baggage. It's all dead stuff. It's stuff your body couldn't break down. It's like what I call tar. I don't like to say it this way, but I excreted pieces this big of rubber that came out of my body when I was losing my 35 pounds of baggage. Think of your body. If you've got a lot of body fat outside, your body mirror images itself and actually has the same toxicity inside. So when you really look at yourself, okay, I have pictures of myself where I had, I had about 1.5 inches of body fat inside me. And I was eating just things because I was super busy with business and doing all this stuff. And that's why we came up with this, because it's got to be available to you. When I go on vacation, what do I take? All this stuff. What do? I have my little bag with me, and I take all my stuff that's all, baggy, everybody looks at it through the customs. They always open my bag and go, what's this guy bringing in? I'm sure I always leave cards on there if you're interested. Here you go. This is the Earthshift Wholesale Club, where we have all the different things that, if you're looking for these types of foods. Maca. What's good about maca? Maca is super good for your body, okay? Maca, I found out because I'm into vitality. I'm into making my hormones work, because hormones, forget the sexual part, hormones are your body's ability to be able to actually get healthy. You lose your hormones, it's basically like having a gun and having either hormones that are very weak, which means you have like tiny little cap pistol guns, bink, 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 like a pellet gun, or you have an immune system that's so strong, it's armor shielded, and now you've got an immune system that shoots lasers. Which one do you want? The one that shoots little beep, 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 or do you want the laser? So once we change our protein, once we start to clean our intestinal tract, once we basically stop eating a lot of foods, I can't even eat any wheat corn. So remember, I'm not here to bag on different places and different, companies. Look, I just found out seeing hundreds, I've seen, let's just say over 100,000 patient visits. Look, you want to change your health? Your intestinal bacteria rule your health. Oh, my immune system, what do you think it is? It's your intestinal bacteria. You can look this up. It's very simple. There's lots of heavy-duty science on this. So let's reterrain, modify your intestinal bacteria by not eating GMO, by not having foods that are really hard to digest. Remember, all these are bioassimilable. We're going through seeds. This helps your intestinal mucoid movement. Because if your intestinal tract's plugged up, what do you need? You need to get it going, get it flowing. You need to hydrate yourself, change your proteins. Blue-green algae, same thing we talked about, okay? Remember, the blue-green algae is masterful. It's got, and if you're a vegetarian, even if you're eating flesh, most likely you're B12 deficient, because most likely the B12 you're getting is not too easy to assimilate. And you can't get injections because your body doesn't work like that. You need plant B12. You need plant minerals. These are plant minerals. Body doesn't break down elemental minerals. It can, but it's very hard for it. It's very hard to assimilate elemental minerals. That's like rocks. These are plant minerals. Remember, these plants have done the job for us to get healthy. They take the minerals from the soil, all these, and what do? They grow. But you need minerals from the soil to be able to make the plants, so it could actually put the minerals from the rocks into the plants, so when you eat them, they're already ready for digestion. Bioassimilable, 90% plus. That's why these proteins are special. You don't need too much. You don't need a gram of protein a day in your diet like I used to gorge myself with 7 meals a day, thinking it was going to give me big muscles. Okay, all it did was stuff me up and made me feel like I had colon cancer, because I went to the doctor several times because my intestinal tract was plugged. And once I got off all these types of dead proteins, denatured proteins, I don't need any isolated whey proteins. They're junk. Do you really think, and there's a lot of information about this, do you really think an isolated amino acid is going to go ahead and be better for you versus a plant amino acid? You really don't know. Okay? We have different articles I want you to read and understand, so you can understand that the plants are the best way, but your body has to learn how to digest them. So going on this is a slow movement. Changing your foods, change 1 meal a day towards plant-based. Easy. Change 2 meals a day if you can towards plant-based. And if you can, do the ringer. Do 3 meals a day plant-based, shakes. We'll show you how to drink them later, because you don't just drink them, you got to swish them around. You got to pre-digest them. And you remember, finally getting some nutrients in your body. Non-perverted, non-fake, and non-cooked foods, full of a variety of minerals. People say, I can just eat bananas, or I can just do this. Look, please, your body's demineralized. Okay, once you get healthy, you can do a lot of things because your body uptakes stuff, but you need to stop eating as much. That's the biggest thing. Change your food supply, get some hydration in your body. Okay, remember, it's more important to drink liquids than it is to eat food. Now, seeds. Golden berries, 15% or so protein. They're fruits because they're full of seeds. Remember, seeds. That's why I'm putting this up. It's a berry, but it's full of seeds. Hundreds of seeds in this little tiny berry. Almonds, over 20%. Let's look that up. I think it's 26%. Almonds, actually jungle peanuts are 26% protein, because a lot of these things are, remember, these are certificate nutritional analysis. Jungle peanuts, please, 26% protein. They're grown above the ground. You don't eat peanuts below the ground. Remember, it's what kind of nuts do you have? And you don't have nuts unless you soak them first either. Okay, remember, soaking your nuts gets a lot of the poison that's on the shell. Trying to not only eat good foods, but you're trying to figure out how to eat it right. Almonds contain tons of vitamins, vitamin E, magnesium, calcium. So these are a variety again of things. You can make the best pâtés with this stuff. Sunflower seeds, remember that's part of the seeds. Mung seeds, sunflower seeds, grow them this big. They're live food with protein. Jungle peanuts, I make all different types of Thai with our new cookware we have. Actually, my new cookware I just got today, okay? The German cookware, ceramic, and I have a beautiful Thai recipe. I take these jungle peanuts and make the really good, it's like a peanut sauce. Cayenne pepper activates all the things you put in. Remember, cayenne pepper really cleans your intestinal tract and you're trying to get off sludge. So I use this also. It's not that it has so much protein. What has it got? Protein? It's got 12 grams in it, so it's not that it doesn't have, remember, all seeds have a ton of protein. It's not like some of these ones that have 30 grams, that's 12 grams of protein. And cayenne pepper, the most alkaline but acid substance on the planet, try to put this in. Our cayenne pepper is not cayenne pepper like you think. This stuff is so hot, be careful. It's raw and organic, very smart, okay? Another thing that activates everybody that uses these products, I use Fulvic, organic Fulvic. Organic means that it's organic, okay? It's basically, we don't have any additives that we put in it and nothing, or basically it's all things that come from the earth. These are the acids that the plants use to be able to actually break down the rocks. And since we don't have this in our bodies that much, since we don't get it through the plants because we've been eating a lot of foods that don't have Fulvic in it, what's the Fulvic about? That's a whole other video. Look that one up. How does the Fulvic enhance my body electric system? Because that's what you are, is an electric system. You'll find out that all these foods make your body electrical. All dead proteins make your body less electrical. So what this does, and we'll show you with the light, this thing lights up the light that we have with electricity. Why? Because it's activation of the acids makes all the particles more assimilable. Now, let's get into what we call the smoothies. You add all this stuff to your smoothies, and or you can add it to dressings, soups, tons of stuff. I make chia seed puddings. I put it in my tea every morning. I put it in blue-green algae. Now we're going to go through the proteins. I only remember there's hundreds of proteins, hundreds on the market. I'm just going to show you a few of the ones we've picked out because most of the proteins I wouldn't shake a stick at. Now, Sun Warrior is a good protein. It's a rice bran. It's got several flavors, chocolate, vanilla. We sell probably between all of our different food replacement meals. It's not that we sell more or less than one or another. I would suggest buying them all so you can get variety. So let's go through these, a couple of them. First thing we'll go through is, since we talked about Sun Warrior has the chocolate, vanilla, and natural flavors, and they also have a barley and also ormus greens. Remember, greens. You gotta get healthy. Greens add to your smoothie. Greens add to your salad dressing. And you'll see, greens makes you, well, what is money? Is green, does it make you happy? How about health? Your money in your body is the amount of colors you put in it. And if you want to put money in your bank account, you got to work. How about putting some really cool tasting things if you use the right combinations? Please, it's the best stuff. Dairy Queen times 10. When I was a kid, that was the best drink on the planet. Going to a store and getting an ice cream, you know, a shake. This is raw vegan. It's not wheat, corn, or soy. It doesn't have any junk in it. Remember, it's hard to find things that don't have perversion. Resealable top, couple of pounds, very simple. You can go crazy making tons of different smoothies. You can use raw milk for transition. You can use almond milk, walnut milk, coconut water, regular water, all different types of juices. Please, play around. Now, let's go to the next one. We already talked about barley. These all have protein. They all have chlorophyll. They are green. Green things make you healthy. So add that to your smoothie. Put in a half a teaspoon. Okay? I put in about a tablespoon of this because, and if I want to have 2 glasses, I'm trying not to, remember, there's no dieting here. You're just modifying your lifestyle. So use you know, this is not a crutch. Use this as a change and enjoy this. This isn't a diet. This is just a superfood feast. This is original hemp. The other hemp we have is this hemp with stevia, and this is actually really good tasting, sort of tastes like cookie dough. And this is just the raw material hemp, because a lot of people just want this. And the stevia, remember, has 0 calories and stuff like that, so I always try to people, look, get down on the sugar, man. Once your body gets healthy, get back on the sugar if you like, and you'll find out that the sugar is not as good as it used to be because you don't have the critters inside your body saying, feed me. So once you train your body not to, you know, have sugar in it all the time, your body really starts to get happy and doesn't feel like it's hungry all the time. So we got the hemp protein powder, natural. We've got the one with stevia, and we've got this other one here that's basically, it's a food replacement meal. This is a total food replacement meal. It's got like 50 plus different products in it. This one's actually made by my friend. I've known him 15 years, more than 15 years, and he's just like me. We're all trying to put the best stuff in our body, and he's no skinny guy. He's got big muscles, this guy, and he's like almost close to 50 like me. I'm over 50 years old. So my regeneration was just basically changing a lot of my proteins, changing a lot of my salts, like we went over salts, oils, and sugars in one of the other videos. Changing some of the things over that actually optimize your health and wellness. Cooking utensils, remember we're in the kitchen. Things that you have in your refrigerator we'll go through later on. There's tons of things, if you can't read the label and if it looks like a chemical, then don't eat it. Same as with putting it on your skin. So this stuff here, remember, is magical. Read up everything about these products on the website. There's a guy named Bill Pearl. Bill Pearl was a champion bodybuilder. Champion. With Arnold Schwarzenegger, Dr. Franco Columbu, Mike Menser, and all the guys, if you're into bodybuilding, these were the guys back in the days. And Bill Pearl was a total vegetarian. Wrote a book. The book was called The Keys to the Inner Universe. And this guy back in his day, remember, was he ahead of the game? Just a tad. 242 pounds, muscular physique. See, you look at, it's like the animals. Just because an animal like a lion eats meat doesn't mean it's, you know, it has to be all bad and tough and strong. Look at the, let's say, lowland gorilla, the silverback gorilla. Thing eats goji berries and small berries, snap you in half like you're a twig. Okay, look at a horse, look at an oxen. Look at animals that just eat plants. You eat plants, and if you've ever seen, I want you to show me, please, show me an animal that's overweight that actually eats live food. It's impossible. It's like it's impossible. My friend actually makes rats fat. He sells rats to diabetic doctors and different people who are, you know, doing research on rats, but you gotta make them fat. So what does he do? He gives them a shot of monosodium glutamate, and so that's why most of the proteins you have, natural flavors and all that stuff, you look up the alternative names for monosodium glutamate, vegetable hydrolyzed protein, natural flavors. When you read colas and it says natural flavors, please, why do you think it tastes so good and it makes you come back? Because these things are sort of like fake chemicals that make you sort of get conned into thinking that this may not taste the greatest to you for the first week or so. Why? Because most likely you're a food junkie. And a food junkie is anybody who eats in the standard American diet level. Because that means that most likely all those foods have certain things in them that really make you excited. Meaning that you can't put it down. If you eat one chip, the old idea is you can't put the bag down. You gotta eat the whole bloody bag. Now, wouldn't you think if you were a company that you could put things on your food to make people keep coming back? And that's what MSG is. That's what all these flavor enhancers are for. So anybody that's eating down here, some of this stuff may not taste so good, so you put in more sugar. You add some things to make it taste sweeter. Because basically, remember, everything that you're eating most likely has chemical synthetics, hormones, antibiotics, all different things that have tricked your body to eating real food. One important, very quick tip. If you don't like this food, I guarantee you in 30 days, your body will love it. There is a transformation that has to really be realized. Your intestinal bacteria can only break down who you've become. And once you get on the side of the fence, you'll try going back to the other side of the fence. I don't have to tell you you won't go back. You will, because it'll pull you back. Your parasites inside will pull you back the other way, or whatever you call addiction or whatever. I call it parasites living inside the body behind the scenes, telling you what they want, but they live inside you. See, once you sort of rid yourself of a lot of these different types of critters, you find out that your taste buds are finally yours, and all the food you want to eat that's good for you, you can eat as much as you want instead of trying to process a bunch of dead, chemicalized, fake food. Remember, that food that is at the fast food places or conventionally grown has most likely very little minerals in it, if even any that your body can even break down. Remember, this stuff's been cooked inside and out. It's been denatured. It's been processed and packaged in ways that is not good. Forget the organic, forget all the best minerals. If it doesn't have the right packaging, food grade, reusable packaging, then beware. Remember, step up to the plate. Learn some of these simple changes in your lifestyle. You'll find out. This is some of the easiest things that you'd want to share to your friends about, is to change your protein levels, your hydration levels, your mineral levels, and things like sunlight and understanding about electrical and magnetic fields. And I guarantee you in 6 months, you know what happens? You don't know what to do, because all you want to do is tell your friends about what happened to you, how you changed your life. So simple. And that's why we have the Lifestyle Makeover Program. So play with us. Change yourself. Share your ideas with others. Join earthshiftproject.com. Come to drrobertcassar.com. We have a lot of information, a lot of videos, a lot of lectures. It's all free. And remember, you're here to grow yourself first. And once you see that this is true, I know it's true, but you'll see it's true for you, you'll want to tell your best friends. So if you really want to play this game, getting healthy, tell your friends about it too. Remember, getting healthy is probably some of the most unseen things until it happens to you when you become unhealthy and then you try to backpedal. Don't backpedal. Remember, a lot of this food was only used by the tip-top athletes of the world that were so ahead of the game. This is how I learned a lot of this stuff, by hanging around a lot of people that were in the Olympics, hanging around a lot of people that utilize their body as an instrument, not just something that sits on a couch pushing buttons around on changing televisions. So I found out by a variety of different products, because there's a lot of people talking about a lot of things on the internet. You take for what you want to. Remember, you're here to regenerate yourself. You're here to be able to see that it's easy to do. You're here to be able to see that everybody that does this simple stuff, what do you think happens to them? Cleaning up your act to stop eating chemicals, synthetics, hormones, antibiotics, get away from GMO, genetically modified organisms. We have lots of stuff on that. And understand that heirloom foods, heirloom, that means they're not perverted by science. They haven't taken the seeds out of them. They haven't hybridized them and made them big. Heirloom foods are the foods that make you healthy, you'll see. But there is, like I said, a little transmutation that needs to happen to the gut wall bacteria. And usually in about 6 months, if you can put up with it, try to exercise twice a day if you can, and really watch a lot of the videos we have. And of course, if you've got other people that are interested in this idea, don't hold back. Remember, everybody wants to get healthy, wealthy, happy, and wise. Travel the planet like we have. You'll find out that no matter what race you're at, what religion you're at, everybody just wants to take care of their precious cargo, which is their family and their friends. So take care of your family and take care of yourself first, because this is the way to actually take care of your family. Once they see the changes in you, everybody in my family now sees I've regenerated myself massively from my huge disability that I had, which that's another whole big video. So we will see you next time. You may want to watch this again just to get ignited again. And we got a lot of recipes after the next set of videos here on how to make the best smoothies, dressings, and use these products every day. Put them in your diet and you'll see. And remember, like I said, if you get a little bit of stomach problems or a little bit of gas, so what? You're transforming your bacteria. And once you understand that, just like exercising, once you exercise and you run 10 times, what does your body do? It says it likes it. So remember, after about 2 weeks or so, you'll see the difference. We'll see you next time. Enjoy.